Hello everyone, my name is Jamisa. Welcome to my YouTube page where I just do a bunch of things. And this particular video will be about a short film that I stumbled upon on YouTube. I watched it about 3 times, 2 times by myself, 1 time with my dear grandma. And we enjoyed it. We was locked in watching it. And it's 3 characters in it. So hold on, if you ain't see the film, don't watch this review. So yeah. I'm gonna just put that out there, a little disclaimer, because I'm gonna break it down a little bit. But I feel like it was shot really well. I love the opening scene and the man in the film, and basically it's about a guy, a young black man, and he runs into, I'm gonna just say an angel. He runs into an angel, and he's in the store, he's thinking about robbing the store, he's contemplating, and the guy approaches him like, you don't want to do this, you know what I mean? You don't want to do this. And then after he like talks him down, he kind of like gives the young man his wallet. Here, take my wallet. You don't want to rob the store, take the wallet. So, the guy leaves the store, and he's like, you could tell that he's like, I really love the actor. Like, he really got in his bag for this. He was like, real kind of like skeptical and fidgety. So it's like he really didn't want to rob the store, but you could tell that he was like down on his luck and he could potentially be a good person just making a bad decision or a decision out of desperation. That's how I looked at it. And as he was leaving the store, he like walked a couple blocks. They had a couple extras in there, and it was kind of like a cold day. They was like had like a bonfire. Like, I liked the extras in the background. It was real, like, gave it the city vibe, but also like we are just hanging out here sort of thing. But he goes to a park and he just sits there and like think about life. And the guy who was in the store, the guy wallet he had, he approached him again. It kind of was like scary because like how he filmed it, it kind of was like a realistic. The music in the background kind of gave it like a thriller type of vibe, or suspenseful. I'm gonna say suspenseful. It was pretty suspenseful. And he was like, hey, like he kind of was like, all right, about to talk to the guy again. And he was like, what's up with you, man? Like, you following me or something? Like, so I like that part in it. And so he sat there and talked with the guy at the park. They were just talking for a while. And I feel like the dialogue was the most important part of this film, especially with the way that it's shot, but the dialogue really reeled it in because it was really based around them 2 characters and a bunch of extras. And the guy that was running the store, he got his cameo in there. And one thing that really stood out to me in their dialogue that was like very important. And when I was watching this with my grandma, I kind of teared up a bit as they were getting to the end of their dialogue. It was like, what did he say? He was like, I think I got my notes here. He was like, he explained to the guy, was like, if you would have robbed the store, or if you would have armed robbery, robbed the store, if you would have shot the man, shot me, or anything, you would have ruined 3 lives tonight just out of the decision of desperation and being down on your luck. So he kind of was like giving him perspective, like, you didn't really want to do this. And what stood out to me in the dialogue was, he was like, it was, what he say? He said, lift up our arms. And the guy, he's like, show me your arm. And they both put their arms together, 2 brown arms together, black people, Moors, whatever you want to call this.
Pull up your sleeve and put your arm right next to mine. You see that? You look at that. You see that? We bear the same uniform. We owe it to each other to look out for one another. Remember, the actions of one bring judgment on the rest. Like it or not, it's the human way of being.
We represent the same thing. We are the same of people. He was like, you would have changed the clerk's, you would have changed his perspective of us forever after this night if you would have made that decision, that bad decision. And that hit me because it was like, when we're living this life, we really have the decision to, we represent ourselves for sure, but we also represent who we are Black people, whatever you are, if you're white, Indian, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, whatever you are, your ethnicity, you represent you and the people that look like you. So that's kind of like what he was trying to explain to the guy, like, you would have changed that man's perspective of us. And so it's like, now whenever that man would have looked at a young black male or something, he will have that perception of us that this man might hurt me, this man might rob me, this man might take what I need. So I'm gonna always be on guard. So it was kind of like he kind of like changed that guy's perspective. So by the end of the conversation, he was like, hey man, like, if you need help, you need a job, I got you, you know what I'm saying? So he gave him his business card, and while he was reaching to, he was like, yo, I'll get your wallet back. So he gave him back the wallet. As he was putting his way, he showed him that he was a cop, and mind you, he was a black man. I feel like the man, he like sacrificed himself for the greater good in that situation. He put himself on the line. And the part that really was like in the opening scene, he was like, because the guy was pointing a gun at the clerk. He was like, nah, put the gun on me. Put the gun on me. I thought that was very important. And I never seen a movie that show a message like that. I thought that was good to put that in there. It was like, nah, don't focus on him, focus on me. You know what I mean? He kind of like sacrificed himself for the lesson. And I appreciate that. And at the end of the convo, he was like, it was nice catching up with you. Like they was boys. Like, you probably only known him for about 20 minutes. And he like, nice catching up with you, man. And but yeah, shout out to Victor O'Frank for this movie. I feel like it should definitely be a part 2. We gotta see what happens to Dre. We gotta see how this man plays a factor in his life and the background of this man. I feel like that will be important. And I feel like you could create a story around this, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my review. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all watch it. And shout out to Dre and shout out to the short filmmakers of YouTube. Like, I feel like YouTube is the world full of creatives. It's the world full of real people creating real things. And you can find anything on YouTube. So, but I appreciate the film sections of YouTube. There's always amazing films on here, and people should support them more. But that's all I got for y'all. Peace.